Hey guys, welcome. How's it going? Hey, Freedom. Welcome to my live. So, hopefully, today we get our YouTube working properly. Last time my camera kept shutting down. These Sony cameras, they're known to overheat. So, I was running uh, two two events on that day. So, I was running the camera for like 3.5 hours. So, that's why I was overheating. Um, but today we can run it perfectly without it having a glitch. So that's great. How do you guys like my new haircut? I just got it. I'm doing a lot of martial arts now, so I need shorter hair so it doesn't get too hot and too hard to manage. So I cut it shorter. I hope I don't disappoint you. I know all you guys love my long, slick back hair. So I hope I'm not disappointing you with my new hairstyle. Yeah, so we'll see how that goes. Let me know what you think about my new hairstyle. Thumbs up or thumbs down. Okay, so I'm actually going to be on Coast to Coast Radio. You guys heard of that? By the way, I don't see any likes on my channel, on my lives. I don't see any likes. Make sure you tap the screen, shoot some hearts over. So I know you guys are actually enjoying my lives and I can feel you guys are supporting. Thanks to me, see. See, now I look even younger, right? I look like I'm 18. And look another 10 years younger. Who knows? So, as I was saying, I was going to go. I'm going to be on Coast to Coast Radio. We're scheduled for following Saturday, and they're going to do an interview for 2 hours. I'm going to be on radio for 2 hours. It's crazy. So that's going to be exciting. I was just interviewed on the show, the Awareness Show. I don't know if you guys heard of it. It's pretty popular, hosted by Lisa, and we were talking about the Qi Coils, talking about the frequencies, and now they want me back on their bigger show or the radio show now, which she also hosts. So that's pretty exciting. I was also on a couple of other pretty big podcasts last week. That's going to be coming out real soon too. So if you guys know anybody who have podcasts or radio shows or channels or whatever that would like to invite me as a speaker, as a guest speaker, I'd love to be part of that. Just reach out to me on my page, usethechi.com, and you can book me in for a slot. So you guys have a question that you want me to answer today? I was looking over the surveys of what people are wanting. And the number one thing that keeps coming up is just healing, because people need healing. There's so many people out there with chronic illness and or mental illness or emotional illness. They have stuck traumas. They have, um, they have blockages in their life. They have emotional traumas and lots of stress, and it's kind of keeping them from moving on in their lives. They feel like they're stuck. They feel like they're not really getting anywhere, because what happens when you are stuck with a certain trauma, those you get triggered whenever something happens um, that causes you to kind of get into this emotional roller coaster, making you stressed out, giving you anxiety, making you debilitated, and you can't function normally, or you tend to like hide, or you tend to get tired and just sleep all day. I used to be there. When you're depressed, you get into these negative spirals, and you don't want to do anything. You just want to sleep all day. You have no motivation. You don't have any inspiration to do anything. Like deep inside your heart, you know that you want to do something in your life. You don't want to just sleep it away. But sometimes when you're so sick, and when you're so emotionally sick as well, you just don't have any energy. You don't have any energy. You don't have any focus. You don't have any fire in your life. It's like you're almost dead. You're half dead already. And what happens is you just sleep. You just sleep all day. I don't know how many of you guys know somebody or have been there when you're just so sick and you're just so um, tired emotionally and physically, right? That you don't have energy to do anything. You just feel like you just want to go sleep all day. You stay in bed all day. Maybe you'll just watch Netflix all day, and that's all you do. And it could happen. It can even stay like that for days, or weeks, months, maybe even years without you really getting out of that negative spiral. So, well, let me tell you how I got out of it. And if you look at my TikTok and YouTube's, I'm posting a lot of boxing videos and say, okay, what does this have to do with healing, right? What does it have to do with Chi Master? You're posting a bunch of boxing videos, like people are not interested in boxing, right? Well, at least a lot of people in this group are not. Um, well, I was thinking, this is what I do 5 days a week, and this is my life. So if you guys want to know what my life is, that's what it's like, right? Because I don't think it's very exciting watching me, looking at my computer screens and doing my advertising and like writing marketing material. I don't think that's very interesting. At least I don't think that it's something that you want to see, but at least I want to show you, the action, the movement, the energy that I was able to gain through my technology, through the Qi Coils, through my practice, like Qi meditation practices, through Qi Energy AI. All the stuff that I've been doing, all the technology that I'm sharing with you is actually stuff I'm using every single day of my life for the last 5 years. And I want to show you, like, now I have just so much energy. I'm 42 years old, by the way, if you don't know. Like I said, I just got a haircut. I look like I'm 18. I'm only 40. I'm 42 years old, and I'm training probably more than someone who's 18 years old. Okay, so and I don't get tired. I don't get sore. I get sore, but I don't stay sore. So the next day I can train again. The next day I can train again. Next day I can train again without getting injured. Sometimes when you train too much, uh, you tend to get injuries because your muscles or your joints don't heal properly. But what's happening with this technology is now my body heals much faster, and my energy recharges a lot faster, and my mind is alert and focused all the time. I sleep a lot better. I regenerate probably like a superhuman. So what this allows me to do is to train pretty hard and then get good at something that I really love, which is martial arts. So I want to so I'm posting all these things because I want to inspire, and I want to show the average person that it's possible that even if you have chronic illness and you can't even get out of bed, that you can heal yourself and you can gain the energy to do the things you love to do. So if it's martial arts, great. If it's not martial arts, then you can do whatever you want. But you have so much energy that you can now direct that energy towards the passion that you want to do, right? So, it could be art, you could be creating arts, you could be a musician, you could creating music. Anything that's creative, it requires like passion. Passion is kind of associated with fire, right? And fire is associated with the force or chi energy in your life. So if you can ignite that fire inside of yourself, we call it chi, then you can ignite that journey or that process or trigger that process of self-healing so that you can start to get energy, like I said, energy again, so you won't be so depressed, and energy so that you can start doing things and moving forward, right? Because if you're just staying in bed, you kind of waiting things for you, waiting for things to happen, or you kind of waiting for things to stop happening, and you're basically have no power, literally have no power to change your life because you're just doing nothing. So what you need energy, so that it gives you the willpower to start taking action so that you can start changing your life and doing things. Um, you played tennis 3 times this week. Normally, I can barely do do 1 day a week. That's cool, Luke. Awesome. Yeah. So Luke, check out his channel. I think he's starting out on TikTok and Instagram, Luke Blundell. And he's got some pretty cool videos on his channel now. So go check him out, Luke Blundell, and follow him too, because you're gonna get some awesome content and learn about what he's doing in his life with Qi Coils and with his clinic. So go check it out. Alex says, my Qi was too strong for you. That's good. Too strong is better than too weak. Can I advise something? Can you advise something to do daily? Well, simple. Just use my technology daily. All right. We have the free frequencies that you can listen to daily. We have the free Chi Energy AI that you can play 4 hours a day or even longer every day, daily. It's all free. So just use the technology, okay? And then if you have money to invest, then buy the actual coils or subscribe to the Chi Energy AI, right? It starts at $15 a month. The coils start at $400. So depending on what your budget is, start investing in these things because these are going to pay you back multiple, like 10, 100 times more over the course of your life. So that's what I recommend you do on a daily basis. I'm very different from other people. They say, oh, every day meditate, every day exercise, every day eat healthy. Yes, those are all great, but that's what everybody does. But how come there's still people that are, suffering? Okay. I think the answer is technology, because technology doesn't require willpower. Okay. Because meditation still takes willpower. Eating healthy still kind of takes a little bit more willpower, and exercise obviously takes willpower, right? So but technology doesn't, because you can just turn it on and it basically just trains you for you. Now we have AI, right? AI, and it makes for me, it makes business a lot easier, because I can ask it questions and they tell me and strategize and write stuff for me, and without having to pay a lot of money to hire people. I used to pay people $2,000 a month to write for me. Now I don't have to do that. I just use Chat GPT and they write really well. So like, as we move towards the future, even present day, we find that it's easier and easier to get things done. Okay, things are happening faster. We're communicating faster. We are expressing ideas faster. We are building communities faster. Everything's faster. So now with technology, now you can actually, which is happening, heal faster. You can regenerate faster, and you can work out faster, exercise faster. You can learn faster. You can make money faster. You can track abundance faster. You can relieve stress faster. You can lose weight faster. You can have less anxiety faster. You get my idea? Everything's faster, 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 easier, easier. Okay. So that is kind of my you can say that's kind of like my philosophy, because I was Bruce Lee's third generation student. And you know about Bruce Lee, his main philosophy is about doing everything as in the shortest, most efficient way as possible, right? Even in his martial arts style called Jeet Kune Do, it's all about efficiency, it's all about directness, and it's all about beating someone to the punch, right? That's literally, Jeet Kune Do means the intercepting fist. So basically, you intercepted them before they were able to punch. Um, that is the concept behind Bruce Lee's martial arts. So I kind of incorporated it in my life and in the way I do things, and in my business too. So I want to find the most efficient, fastest, most direct way to help somebody, which could be you, to transform yourself. Okay, so that could be transforming your health, transforming your mental health, so that you're not depressed, you're not anxious, you're not traumatized, and you're not so all those things, so that you can have the fastest way to become healthy, and fastest way to become powerful too, because that's what we all are powerful. And I want to empower people, so that you can take control. Remember, like I said, when you're depressed and you're just sleeping in bed, you have no control. You're waiting for things to happen, or you're waiting for things to stop happening. But when you have power, you have tools that empower you, now you're in control. You control your health. You control your mental health. You control your physical health. You control your spiritual health. You're complete control of your own life. So that's what I like to do. Luke says, 4 days of using Qi Coils, I had the best sleep in about 6 months. And it's not just a coincidence. That's awesome. So you're documenting all these, right, Luke? I'm waiting to check out all your videos. I used my Qi Coils on 3 clients this week. Everybody is experiencing energetic shifts. That's great. So, oh yeah, by the way, if you didn't get the announcement, we're doing the video contest. Go to usetheqi.com and check out the video contest. So I used to have a sign up there, but my sign stopped working, but I still have it here. It's now too big, you can't see. Usetheqi.com. I should go this usetheqi.com. Like a marquee. Okay, that's where you should go. And you should go there and check out all my free stuff. And also Qi Coils, right? And also check out the video contest, and you get to win one of these Qi Coils. It's a $9,000 system. Actually, probably it's going to worth about $10,000 with everything that you get. That's right. It's freaking $9,000 system, and we're going to give it away for free to one lucky winner. And then there's going to be consolation prizes too if you don't win it. So it's going to be worth it. Check it out, the Aura Coil back there. So this, if you're wondering what that is a technology, and also is a work of art. It has sapphires, it has gold, actual real gold on it, and copper, and it is used to broadcast and create a healing environment in their entire home once you get everything. Okay. Hello, Diego. Welcome. Thanks for joining. Hello. Okay, more comments. Let's see. Awesome. Okay, winning the competition is already in my manifesting sessions. I can already see it in my house. Okay, so you guys got to catch up. Looks like Luke has got a lot of focus, and he's making a lot of videos. So, you know, you still have time. It's until the end of May to submit all your videos. So all you have to do is just make the video. You can post it on any social media platform and add the tags, and then you're entered. And you can enter as many times as you want. How to use the Qi technology? I said that a little while ago, feeling half dead. Okay, Emily. What program gives a person great ambition? Okay, so those are all good questions. So, so Emily, if you feel half dead, it's okay. You can revive yourself, and just like I did, just use the frequencies, and your frequency is going to help change your life. Okay, so we're changing how Qi technology works is basically you're changing the vibration, you're changing the frequency inside of your body, inside of your, not just your body, actually in your mind as well, and your spirit. And we can go into the science. For example, science has discovered that if you send certain frequencies into the body using magnetic fields, okay, specific frequencies, it can cause changes depending on what frequency it is. So it's like your body has this language, and it's using frequencies, and your cells have this language. And if you send the right program into your body, this is all wireless, by the way. Okay, you're not even using you're not taking in chemicals. There's no injections. There's no pills. There's nothing. Okay, you're just sending a frequency, which is completely invisible, and it's contactless, and it basically just goes through in your entire body. It's like an energy field. Okay, if you have the right frequencies, you can make your body or your cells react or alter their behavior in the same way as if you were using some kind of chemical reaction. Okay, so what I'm saying is, let's say you got a frequency for depression, or the frequency for somebody said, what did they say? Ambition. Okay, let's say you have we have the frequency for ambition. You play the frequency, your whole body absorbs that frequency. okay? And it tells your brain waves, tells your nervous system to feel ambitious. Okay, is that crazy or what? Okay, so we have a frequency actually for that. So, for example, we have a good one would be attract abundance. Another good one would be willpower, right? But I don't know about you, but pretty much once you get this chi energy flow, you will have ambition like automatically. Because like I said, chi is kind of like a fire, right? So you want to kindle that fire. But once that fire gets kindled, then it starts to catch, right? Your body, the rest of your body starts to catch on fire too. It's like a domino effect. They say that it's an interesting thing that depression is contagious. Did you know that? I didn't know that. But apparently, some pretty educated psychiatrists, they say that depression is contagious. Do you guys believe that or not? Do you guys think that's true? Depression is contagious. Yeah, it is, right? Like, have you ever like met somebody who's very depressed and listened to them talk for just like 30 seconds? Or just look at the body language for like 30 seconds? How does it make you feel? It makes you feel depressed too. So depression is totally contagious. It's scientifically proven. I don't know. That's what the clinicians are telling me. I haven't done research, but I think it is. But guess what is also um, contagious? It is the opposite of depression. What is the opposite of depression? I would say happiness. Happiness is also contagious. Okay. So congratulations for being that live on this live, because when you're on this live, you're getting the happiness in my life kind of spread into your life. Okay. I'm the contagion. I'm spreading happiness into your life. Okay. So and this technology can do it too. Does that answer your questions? Okay. So what program you can use? Basically, all the programs will help you with ambition directly or indirectly, because once you ignite that fire in your life, you would have ambition automatically. So that's how I use it. How do you use the technology? Very simply, you get the coils. Okay. They look like this. Okay. They look like this. They come with a tablet, or you can use your phone or your computer. You play the frequency through the coil. There's no sound, but it turns the frequencies into a magnetic energy. The energy comes out of the coil, your body and your brain absorb the energy, and then you feel a lot better. That's how it works. Okay. Is the life force program the same as Qi? Okay. So that is a very short answer, yes. Okay. The life force program is the same as Qi. The long answer is that there's many different types of Qi, and the coils will give you one kind of Qi, but that's most of what you need. Okay. Does that make sense? Okay. So all the programs emit electromagnetic frequencies that are beneficial for the body. So yes, you can say in the short, yeah, they all emit Qi. That's why they call it Qi coils. Okay. We have the yin coil, we have the yang coil. They both have different effects. And what happens when you use both of them is you could create something called scalar waves, and you create something very powerful. Okay. It's basically you create the 0-point field. A 0-point field is where there's unlimited energy, is the point where you can create an infinite potential. It's the point of infinite potential. So when you start using yin and yang coils, you basically create sort of like a portal, sort of like you created in time and space this point, or this energy field, or this construct that allows you to access all the power in the universe. Okay, so that's how powerful it is. I know it sounds kind of like woo-woo out there, but if you study like the metaphysics behind it, that's literally what we are doing. Okay, we're actually using magnetic fields, opposing magnetic fields, to create a 0-point field. Okay, so that has astrophysical significance, and it also has spiritual significance. Okay, because we know that now science and spirit, spirit and science, they're basically the same thing. Okay, they're actually saying the same thing. Okay, 100% agree. Ambition and motivation is through the roof in 2 weeks. Doesn't seem real, but it is. That's awesome, Luke. I'm glad you are really enjoying the Qi coils. Negative frequencies by where I live with bad public. Yes, Wi-Fi. If you're talking, is that what you're saying? Yeah. So, um, I was talking to some one like last week, and then they said that uh, the ancient humans had a lot more power than modern day humans, and we actually lost a lot of our DNA, or we lost a lot of our acupuncture points that we used to have. Um, and those ones are the acupuncture points or DNA that gives us superhuman abilities. Now we say superhuman, but um, the idea is that that superhuman is normal, right? Superhuman is just human because we're supposed to have those super abilities. We just lost it over time because of it could be because of the flood, right? Noah's flood. We could have because before then the Bible talks about these people who live for hundreds of years, like hundreds and hundreds of years, like 600 years and 800 years. That was common for people to live that long. But after the flood, people only had lifespans, fraction of that. So I think what happened is over time we lost our superhuman ability, we lost our longevity, and we became degenerated. And we can see that actually happening in the last, let's say, even 20 years. You can see the younger people are weaker. The younger people have more allergies. Younger people have more cancer. They have more disease, and they're more anxious, and they're less creative. They're basically weaker in general than the generations before that and the generation before that. So why is that? The reason I think is because of the negative technology, which are the new, like the 4G. First there's 3G, 4G, now 5G, now there's 6G coming out, right? So as we increase all these harmful frequencies on the planet, is basically deteriorating our DNA. And I think the agenda by the elites, and a lot of people agree with me too, is that they want to depopulate the earth, right? There's too many people on earth. That's what, at least what they think. So they need to depopulate the earth. And how they do that is by making us infertile, or not able to reproduce, or not wanting to reproduce. Okay. And they do that through many different means. Number one, genetic alteration. They alter our genes without us knowing. Okay, partially from the frequencies that are sent to us through our phones and so on, and partially from stuff that they inject into our body, if you know what I'm talking about. And also number three, with the food and the GMOs that they put in the food that we eat, and all those things, all the environmental things are used to basically degenerate our DNA, so that we either cannot reproduce anymore. Actually, it's pretty alarming how uh, how many problems people are having with having children these days. Okay, and nobody can figure out why. Okay, and these people who are consulting people on having kids, or what, I don't know what the word is. They're so busy. They have so much business because people are having so many problems having kids nowadays. It's because of what they put in their body, if you know what I mean. Okay, hint, hint. And also because of all the things that I just mentioned. So our ability to reproduce is being siphoned, not siphoned, being obliterated, and also our desire to reproduce, right? Because of economic factors. Now, people are not having kids because it's just too expensive. It's too expensive to have children. Like take a look at Korea. Okay, Korea is special because in Korea, if you have a kid, it's not just about. It's probably one of the most expensive places to have a kid. Okay, culturally speaking, because if you have a kid in Korea, that means you have to have piano lessons, you have to have taekwondo lessons, you have to have, um, you know, pre-daycare, pre-daycare, whatever you call it. You have to, they just there's just a lot more culturally expected. They have your tutor, you have your math tutor, you have your language tutor, you have your and then like the after school, right? you know, the kids that go to school in Korea, like they don't get out of school until like 8 p.m. You know that? Okay, they get out of their regular school at around 3 or 4 p.m. Then they go to the school after the school, which is their tutor school, whatever it is. They go and they stay there until 8 p.m. Then they go back to then they go home and they eat and they go to sleep and then they do everything in the morning again. So it's just a lot more stressful, and a lot more demand for for someone to be raised in Korea, and that's why it's so expensive. So a lot of people in Korea, they don't have kids, or they only have one kid. It's not because they don't want more kids, because they can't afford it. Okay, I think it could, you know, that's the extreme. All right, but I'm sure that it has a certain, you know, it has people are experiencing that also in North America. So so that's also occurring. So what do we do about all this stuff? Well, I don't know about the cultural thing, but what I can do is I can help to repair the DNA with the technology, right? Technology can actually help you repair that DNA, or it can help you to mitigate, or those 5G and 4G, 3G, now 6G coming out, all those negative radiations that are affecting your DNA, or affecting your psyche, or affecting your consciousness, and affecting your energy field. Okay, all that is happening. So what do you guys think about it? Yeah, it is very crazy. Wow, the indoctrination is extensive there. Um, I don't. When are you talking about Korea, the indoctrination? I think it's just cultural. People just have. They're just very competitive, right? Like, you have like everybody's studying so hard in Korea that to fight for the same jobs, right? So everybody has to have really high scores in school. So everybody gets a tutor. Everybody gets the school after school. It's just the competition level is just a lot higher than in the West, when you go to Asia. That's why I wouldn't say it's indoctrination. It's just what the culture is. So I'm happy I didn't grow up in Hong Kong, which out where I was born, because it's the same thing, right? Um, very, very demanding and very stressful and very competitive, right? So I'm glad that I grew up here in Canada, or North America. It was a lot easier and more relaxed. So it allows the person or someone growing up to, I guess, have more creativity, because when you're not so busy studying and memorizing, basically that's what it is. You're just memorizing. Then you're allowed to use your creative mind more. What are their average SAT, ACT scores? I don't know. Probably pretty high. Yeah. You guys watch Netflix? There's this show called Sky Castle. Okay. All the Asians watch it. Okay. Basically it's about how stressful, or how competitive the school environment is in Korea, to the point where um they would hire these tutors that are basically like drill sergeants, and they would psychologically um, basically manipulate your children and manipulate the parents, and force the children to get the best grades they possibly can, while throwing out any kinds of any consideration for their health, or consideration for their mental health, or consideration for their actual life and happiness. So that basically, to the point where they would pay a tutor $100,000 or more per year to tutor their students in order to get the top grades in school. That's how crazy it is. And they're talking about, the show. It's not a real story, but I'm pretty sure it's based on real stories of how you know these elite families, who are, doctors, and a lineage of doctors, lawyers, like politicians, whatever, right? They have all the money, and that's what they put their kids through, in order to get the highest grades. Yeah, it's torture. So they basically kind of exposed how much stress they put their kids through, to the point where they committed suicide. And actually there's a very high percentage of suicide um, uh, in students in Korea, which is actually not talked about too much because they don't want to talk about it. And the reason is because exactly what I said, because of the stress, because of the um, demands that they put on them, and because of the basically the ignoring of their mental health, right? They just ignore it because it's normal, right? It's normal to be stressed, and it's normal to have no life and have no enjoyment, happiness, and it's normal to just study basically 18 hours a day. So, can you recommend good books for energy? What about autoimmune diseases? That also, or no? Well, I healed myself from an autoimmune disease, so I had it for 10 years, and I did it with Qi coils. So some people say there's the two camps, right? When it comes to autoimmune disease, they say that one group says it's real, there's autoimmune diseases, but there's no cure for autoimmune disease because they don't know how to solve the problem. They don't know how to heal it. The other camp says that there's no such thing as autoimmune disease because it's not really autoimmune disease. It's just that you have basically you're just very weak. You just have a weak immune system. Okay, so either way, what I did was I just used the Qi coils to um, stop the inflammation, because autoimmune disease usually are three things. It's something to do with the gut issues. Second thing, it has to do with some kind of skin issue or brain fog. And I think the third thing has to do with something else. I forgot. This doctor told me that like autoimmune disease, there's this cycle that people go through. Like they go through some kind of gut issue, leaky gut, or ulcerative colitis or Crohn's disease. Those are all part of that group. And then they kind of go back and forth between that and then some kind of uh, I forgot what it was. Inflammation, yeah, some kind of inflammation issue. So, and science, or actually like Western, conventional medicine hasn't figured out how to solve that problem. So they prescribe medication to address the symptoms, but that usually doesn't work. Uh, so what I did was I used frequencies to stop my inflammation, and it worked. In 90 days, I healed myself from autoimmune disorder. Okay. So I basically prove everybody wrong. They said there's no cure. You have to be medication for your whole life. You'll never be able to exercise. And you never be able to, my doctor said, I never be able to do any kind of intense workouts or exercise. And looking at my videos now on YouTube, I'm, doing martial arts pretty intensely. So I proved them wrong. I healed myself, and I energized myself in 90 days. And ever since, my life has been awesome. So, and you need to work on breaking the cycle. Exactly. Yeah. So, so like conventional medicine, they just kind of like cover everything up. They band-aid everything, right? So, okay, you got this, you got some kind of gut issue, we'll band-aid that. And then you move to another issue. There's another underlying issue. They try to band-aid that, and then another issue comes out, and then they band-aid that. So they keep on playing, what do you call it? The that game. You go to carnival, you hit the hamsters or hit the thing on the head. I forgot what the name is. Anyway, so you keep um these not hamsters, what do you call they're called whack-a-mole. That's right, whack-a-mole. Those are moles, right? Whack-a-mole. You hit one, and then they keep popping out, right? So that's what conventional medicine does, right? You got one disease, you got another side effect. You pop that one, and they got another side effect, and they keep coming up, popping up, and then you're doing this whack-a-mole all day through your whole life. So it feels like you're playing whack-a-mole. So instead of playing whack-a-mole, what our technology does is it pulls the plug on the machine. So the moles don't come up anymore. Okay, you get the idea? So preventative health we is about all about addressing the cause of the problem instead of like just addressing all the moles that pop up and you have to whack them wherever and then pop up. So just go on the underlying cause is pull the plug in the machine, which means like, re-energize your body so that your immune system is stronger, so that you don't have inflammation in your body. It's as simple as that. It's actually a lot simpler than people realize, because and when they start to realize this, oh my God, how come I didn't realize this before? It's so simple. And it's like I didn't have to suffer for 10 years if I knew this 10 years ago. And um but good news is you know now, okay? You know now that there is hope and that there is a way to overcome autoimmune disease, autoimmune disorder. Um, and lots of people are doing it. There's lots of reports, a lot of science showing that people are doing it now. So, so don't give up. You'll find a way, and hopefully, I can show you the way because of what I've done myself. Only Truth says, yes, it's so easy. It's the same in India. Too much stress. Yeah, I'm pretty sure in many countries when there's a huge population and not enough jobs, okay, there's usually there's usually a huge competition in school to get the best grades to in order to get the best jobs, right? So I know it's pretty stressful for a lot of kids these days, and add that to all the confusion from social media and all the confusion from news and stuff like that. It's really hard to be a kid these days. It's really hard to be someone in school or in their teens or even in their early 20s. It's pretty hard for them, I think, because it's so hard to make money. They don't make the same amount of money because of inflation. It's probably impossible for them to buy a home nowadays because of all the home prices. By the time they get married, it's probably impossible now, or very unlikely. So, so kind of like the standard of living is decreasing more and more every year. So, um, but hopefully, like I have a solution for this. I think I have a solution for this. Well, I have the solution for the health part. I have the solution for the mental health part, and um, I'm working on the solution for the money part too. Okay, I'm actually working on something that helps people to make money. We already have one. We already have our affiliate program, which helps people make money. So, if you want to make money online with just sharing about our technology, you can do that through our affiliate program, right? We have an affiliate program for Qi Life Store. If you want to share about Qi coils and frequencies, you can make money with that. We also have our affiliate program with Qi Energy AI, and you can share that and you can earn money, or you can just you share it with 3 people, you sign up, you get your membership for free. Okay, so basically 3 people share with 3 people and your membership is free. Now you can share for more people and you can make more money after that. So those are some opportunities to help people make money. I'm thinking about more ways to help people make money as well, because that's also important, right? Because we need money to buy food, we need money to have rent, we need money to buy clothes and so on. So so but I'm working on something even bigger than that. So it's gonna be probably ready in a month or two. We'll see how it goes. How do I sign up? You're talking about the affiliate program. You can sign up on our website, usetheqi.com. It's on the bottom of the screen. Usetheqi.com. It's on the bottom of that page. There's a link that says affiliate program. So just sign up. It's free. Okay. And on Qi Energy AI, when you create your free account, you be automatically get signed up as a affiliate. I'm always up for making more money. Excited to see what it is. Yeah, I'm excited too. It's actually a pretty powerful new platform that been developing with with somebody. Yeah, it's going to be pretty powerful, I think. You found it? Okay, good. So, you guys have any requests for videos or content? I'm kind of like in a on a roll, or on a on a what do we call it, on a campaign to create more content on YouTube and TikTok. And what do you guys think about all those boxing videos, by the way? Just give me some feedback on that. If you don't like it, then tell me what kind of what you guys would like to see on my YouTube and on my TikTok. Or if you have some questions that I can answer. Oh, very soon we're gonna have new T-shirts. Use the Qi T-shirts. You guys seen that? I'm gonna have a sample in a few days. Now, these are not normal T-shirts, all right? Not only do they look pretty cool because they have a nice design that I've made myself, but these T-shirts are going to be encoded with quantum energy. Okay, you hear what I just said? So they're not T-shirts; they're Qi shirts. Get it? Qi shirts. So now they're not going to be as strong as the Qi Energy AI, because then you probably can't wear it for more than a few hours. You have to take it off because it's too much energy. So there's going to be a very um, low amount of energy from the T-shirt. Okay, so it's actually coming out of the T-shirt. So obviously when you're wearing it, you're going to get that energy. Okay, and also people around you will get a little bit. Okay, but it's not going to be as strong as Qi Energy AI. It's going to be very, very like subtle level of energy, but it's there. It's going to be encoded into the T-shirt. So when you wear a T-shirt, you're going to be energized just by wearing it. Okay, so get it? You like the name? It's going to be called a Qi shirt, not the T-shirt. The Qi shirt T-shirt. How much? Probably about $80 for the T-shirt. Yeah. Yeah, it's expensive, but there's technology in it, so that's why it's more expensive. But it look really cool, and it also helps you to. We only also has a hat too, so and it's also gonna get people to ask you about, oh, what is this T-shirt you're wearing, and you can talk about it. And by talking about it, you can refer them to your affiliate link, and they can buy T-shirts, and you make money from referring people to buy T-shirts too. Okay, so it's great. You're walking around, you go to work, whatever. You wear this you wear this T-shirt. You got the energy. You're energized all day. You know, that's just another way to energize yourself. You work out with it at the gym, right? You can sleep with it if it doesn't give you too much energy. Then and now whenever people ask you about it, then you have an opportunity to make money because you can have an opportunity to tell them about Qi shirts or tell them about Qi Coil. Isn't that, it's amazing, right? I'm a freaking genius. So I had this idea for a long time, actually. Yeah, I had this ideas for a long time. It's not a regular T-shirt. It's a Qi shirt that has energy technology built into it. So it's going to be more expensive than a regular T-shirt because you're getting a lot more from it. I do like the name Qi shirt. Yeah. Okay, so I'm pretty excited about it. So wait until you see the designs. Maybe I'll show you some designs now. Have you guys seen it? Who's here seen the T-shirt design? Anybody here see the Qi shirt design? Let's see if I can find it. If you go, actually, it's not here. Okay, I'll show it to you some other time. I have to find it first. But don't worry. You're gonna have a chance to get it. If you have spare time, I think maybe explaining Qi Energy AI would be beneficial. Okay, so Qi Energy AI is unlike anything you ever seen before and ever experienced before. So it might take you a little bit to understand what it actually is. Okay, so most people are, they understand meditation music, right? Okay, you listen to music, helps you meditate. Some people can understand, okay, meditation technology like Qi Coils. Okay, it has an energy field, it's magnetic energy, and then you can help you and energize your body. So you kind of upgraded your understanding of how Qi works. Now, Qi Energy AI is like the next level of upgrading and how you understand Qi works. Okay, so what it is it basically, how do I explain this? I always have a difficult time trying to make it simple. So it's kind of like uh, so Qi Energy AI is kind of like, what's it kind of like? It's kind of like a, how do you say? Can anybody explain it who is using Qi Energy AI in the simplest way possible so everybody can understand? Qi Energy AI, okay, I'll just tell you what it does, okay? So Qi Energy AI is a website. You add your phone number in there, and then you can send energy to your phone number. And then you can send it through your phone, and then you just turn it on, and then you just get energy coming out of your phone. And it's positive energy, beneficial energy. That's what it does. All right. That's as simple as it gets. Okay. So some people say, okay, so is it light energy coming out? Like, are you looking at lights or some kind of video through your phone? And the answer is no. So are you listening to some music or some sounds or some kind of noise or some kind of frequency through the phone? And the answer is no. So what is coming out of the phone then? Well, it's just what is coming out of the phone? That's a good question, right? It is we call it 0 point energy. Okay. Remote energy. Okay. Luke says. So, some people call it torsion energy. Let's just call it Qi energy. It's kind of like Qi energy at a higher level than the magnetic Qi energy from the coils. I don't mean like better level, but it's just it's a different kind of Qi energy. Yes, remote energy. It's actually non-local energy, but then people are just like, what's non-local energy? Non-local energy means that it doesn't need to have a point of origin. That means it can be everywhere and any time at the same time. You guys watch that movie Everywhere and Everywhere at Once? Anywhere and Everywhere at Once? That won the Academy Awards. So it's kind of like that. Okay, so it uses quantum entanglement. And then once again, whenever I say that, people don't understand what it, kind of tune out already. So, but basically, it's energy that is created from the ether, or it's energy that's created out of the 0 point field. Once again, it's really hard to get the mind to understand that there's, okay, let's try it this way, okay? There's energy everywhere around you all the time, okay? And some conventional science does not recognize that, and they haven't figured out how to harness it. Okay, so there's infinite energy in the air, but so far we're just using combustion to generate energy. It's just like in your car, you have to make gas explode. Rockets, you have to make gas explode. Even the electricity in that you're using right now, we have to somehow burn something to create the energy. So that's actually old way of creating energy. The new way of creating energy is just harnessing it from the air itself. I don't mean the air, but just harnessing it from the space. Okay, because space has infinite energy in it. Okay, that's what Nikola Tesla figured out. Okay, he said that there's infinite energy in the ether. We just need, and there's a way to harness it so that we have unlimited energy, so that we can have energy as much as we want from everywhere. So that's what they think, how they think all these UFOs and these advanced civilizations, they operate, because they tap into the how to harness this infinite energy. So if this energy is infinite, then where is it from? Where's it coming from? And the answer is it's coming from everywhere, and also it's coming from nowhere at the same time. Okay, so it has to do with the fact that our universe is fractal and is holographic. Is that the entire universe, every point in space, it contains within itself also every other point in space. So every point in space is like a hologram with a blueprint with the entire universe inside of it. Does that make sense? It's kind of like your DNA. You can take a little strand of DNA out, right? Or and then you can take that strand and you can build the entire DNA from it. So every small part also has in it the entire part, the entire whole. So when you can understand that everything's connected, then you can figure out how to connect certain energy with a phone number. So that's what we did. That's a long way of explaining it. Hopefully one day I can explain it in a way that everybody can understand without using, terminology that difficult to understand. Timisi says, I always say like a Reiki healer, can we send you a logo and put it on? That's a great idea to send it through the phone. Are there any side effects to wearing it? Charge either solar sounds. Okay. So side effects of wearing it. So some people who are using Qi Energy AI, they're complaining because they say their family is stressed out because of it. And I know exactly why that's happening. It's because they're playing it all day long. And then there's people in the household that are affected by it, and they're very sensitive to the energy, whereas the person that's using it may not be sensitive. Okay. So if you have lots of people in your home, only use as much as the person who is the most sensitive can handle. Can I repeat that? If you're using Qi Energy AI in a home, use it only as much as what the person, you only use it as much or turn the power as high as what the most sensitive person can handle. Okay. Because if you give that person too much, then they will get nauseous or dizzy or get even irritable because they have too much energy in their body. Okay. Too much yang. So just be mindful of that. So turn it down, use it less, turn down the intensity. Okay. So that's what happens. That's the side effect if you use too much. Now, the t-shirts, when I'm making them, I'm going to use the lowest setting as possible so that even the most sensitive person won't be overloaded with it. Now, obviously, then it won't be as sensitive or won't be as powerful for someone who needs more energy. But if you need more energy, use Qi Energy AI, use Qi Coils. The t-shirt, the point of that is not to overload somebody. It's just going to provide, just a tiny bit, just a little bit, so that you can wear it and, feel the positive vibrations kind of like in a subtle level. Okay. Peggy says, I don't understand how videos come through the phone, much less Qi Energy AI. Yeah, like I don't understand how videos come through the phone, but it does. That's all you need to know, right? But you're watching this video right now. I don't understand how it works, but it's working. So that's basically how Qi Energy AI. Maybe I'm overthinking it. Maybe all you have to do is just go try it, and you experience it, and then you feel like, whoa, there's actually some energy coming out of my phone. I don't know what it is, but it's working. I don't know how it works, but it's working. Maybe that's all I need to do. Okay, that's a good point, Peggy. Okay, so Help Time explains it. Maybe that's the good way to explain it, Luke. So when people say, "What's GNGI?" I'll just say it sends energy through your phone. How does it work? I don't know. Just try it. You'll feel it, and that's all you need to do. I think that's the best way. Instead of explaining all the quantum entanglement and quantum physics and 0 point field and all that stuff, right? That makes no sense to people. Demisi said it's kind of like a Reiki healer. Well, it's good if you believe in energy healing, but many people don't believe in it. So I want to say it in a way and make it in a way that everybody would believe in it. Now, to Reiki healers, it's easy. Well, it's just like Reiki healing or remote healing or energy healing, but it emulates it through the phone, and they'll get it because they'll feel it and then they'll get it. Um, so if you're talking to energy healers, then that you can do that. But if you're talking to someone that doesn't believe in energy healing and doesn't know energy healing, then you can just say, "Oh, it sends energy through your phone, and you can feel it, and it makes you feel good. It makes you feel energized, or makes you feel, yeah, basically mostly it's energy. So it gives you energy. You can work out, you can sleep better, you can be more focused at work, and so on. How does it work? I don't know. Just try it." The same as Qi Coils. Don't worry about how it works. Just know it will make you feel amazing. Yeah, exactly. The thing is, usually the experience is really what makes people understand, right? Like you can know something like psychologically or mentally, intellectually, but until you like experience it and feel it, then you don't really know it, right? Because to know something, you have to experience it. So I agree with you, Luke. So so, so you're talking to people about this. If you have cheat codes, let them try the cheat code and say, "Hey, I can't really explain it. It's better just to try it." So have them go over to their house, and have them try the cheat codes, or say, "Hey, just go to this website, it's GNAGAI, and it has a web page you can try. It's free, and then see if you can feel the energy." So, and the moment they feel it, say, "Whoa, this is thing real. How's this working?" And then all these questions come, and then they realize, "Wow, this stuff is actually real." So that's when they kind of had the epiphany, and then they start to get really interested in this stuff, go down that rabbit hole, right? Because once everybody's like Neo, they suspect that there's a matrix and then all this is an illusion, in the movie The Matrix, right? That's why he was talking to Morpheus on the dark web chat, whatever it was, because he was searching for the truth, right? So a lot of people are searching for the truth, and they've been stuck in this matrix for years and years and years, and they're living with disease, living with depression, living with anxiety, and living with lack in their life. So they feel in the matrix, but some deep down inside, they feel like there's got to be something more. There's got to be something better. Have this gut feeling. I suspect that there's some better way of living, and then I'm Morpheus, right? I'm the Chi Master, and I'm coming here and I'm sharing this message that, hey, you could be the one. You could be the one to unlock the force inside of you, to unlock your potential, to live a better life, to have better health, to have more happiness, and to have more success, and have more abundance in your life. And whether you choose to walk through the door is up to you, but all I can do is open it, right? All I'm doing is just opening the door, but you have to decide whether you're going to walk through the door or not, right? But if you're really Neo, then you probably don't have a choice, because inside yourself, you've always been searching for the truth. You've always been searching for the way, the higher way, okay, the Chi life. And now that you heard this message that there is a way, and it's very simple and easy, I don't think you can ever ignore it in your life. I don't think you can ever put it aside and don't do anything. So So thanks for being on this live. Thanks for your support. Thanks for um, taking your first steps on this journey, and thanks for being on this healing journey and this abundance journey together with me. And I'm very excited to work with you all, and very excited to see this community keep growing. Make sure you support each other as well. I know that I'm here, I'm like the leader, but I want to see everybody else here also to become leaders, and also to support each other, right? Support each other's lives when they're doing them, support each other's Instagrams, all their social accounts. Make sure that you are liking them, following them, commenting on all their posts as well. So that we can grow together and back each other up. Okay. All right. So thanks for coming. Use the chi and prosper. I'll see you next week.